Watch me on Kick, dude. What are you doing? Fuck. Appreciate the follow, oh son. It was my fault, dude. I shouldn't have tried to process a fucking video while we was in the middle of chatting here. Didn't put that together. Howdy. You magical fucker. What's going on, oh son? And my bad, y'all. I destroyed that last I destroyed that last live there because I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to process a video while I was in the middle of talking to y'all. I shouldn't have done that. But it's a different processor in my computer than the one that sends the video feed to Kick. You know what I'm saying? And I shouldn't have done that. I should have held off there. Should have waited. That's what I should have done. But I fudged around and fudged up. Yeah. Honestly, was you not running a Threadripper CPU? Peasant, LOL. I'll forgive you this time, but don't let it happen again, or I'm coming for that butt, Michael. Oh, hell no. I think I might have cooked my live, though. As everybody, like, compiled in here and was, like, ready to talk to me, and then all of a sudden, it just froze up, dude. Damn. I'm gonna look at some of these comments, though, to just, you know, to check and see what everybody said. Zero Chow said, "What's up, fellas?" Everybody was asking him how he was doing. Michael Hurry. Oh, I already read that. Read that. Someone was asking y'all if I was horribly lagging. I was tripping. Don't worry, I'm all you need, big boy. Dude, if I had 10,000 Bradleys, dude, I would fucking be queso. Oh, son, we're going to pass him around. Whoa, damn it, boy. Thought my internet... No, dude, it was me. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to fucking try to process a video while I was on stream with everybody. For some reason, I thought it was a good idea to hit process. It's a different processor, first off. The processor that sends the feed to Kick is completely different than the processor I use to, like, process my videos. Yeah, they did not correlate very good together. It fucked me up. W. Casey. Casey up and flexed on me last night. Hey, Alan, what was you talking about whenever you said that clip's being recommended to you? Alan? I love you. Oh. When you said that clip was being recommended, what does that mean? Like it was in recommended clips? I'll have to send it to you after stream or PM. I watched the clip. I watched it. I didn't know what that meant, that it was in, like, recommended. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't know Kick had a recommended for, like, clips. I know they have a recommended for, like, streams, but I didn't know they had a recommended clips. That clip was fucking funny, though. It was very funny. Sorry, oh shit, I had a split. I don't remember that. What do you mean you don't remember that? Okay, let me go back to it. All right, back. Where the fuck's it at, dude? I just read the shit earlier. Time, oh son. Hell yeah, dude. Ugh. It's RC time, oh son. Casey Quantavious Flat, I love you. Casey Lamar Flat, I love you. Casey, I love you. Hold on a minute, dude. I gotta find that shit now because that's gonna bother me. I just read the shit. Like, literally just read the fucking shit. Oh, no, never mind. You said this is my video suggestion. It wasn't, you didn't say it was in your suggested. I didn't know what it meant at first. So when you say this is my video suggestion, you're talking about the try not to laugh. Said, love you too, brother. W. Swamp ass. www.swampass.com. It made me die because Billy was like, how close is he? Ah! That shit made me laugh too, dude. I couldn't help it. I knew at some point he was going to get the fuck scared out of him. I just didn't know when. That shit tickled me to death when it happened. I ain't heard Papa laugh that hard in a minute. I don't know. It's been so damn hot. I did have swamp ass. My emojis got fucked. Damn. All right. I'll be right back, fellas. I'm gonna go grab my energy drink. Let me just a second. Damn. This ain't got no energy drink, so son, I'm gonna have to find one. I had to make one. There's a specific try not to laugh video that I have never been able to get through without laughing. And I'm gonna try to find it real fast. Yeah, it's this one right here, dude, and it's just, there's no way.
You. Just you.
It says if you don't laugh at it, you're a stone-faced god. Damn, y'all still alive? I say, what happened to Yins? Oh, how the fuck you shake a can up? Damn, this sucks. This really sucks. Probably looks very wrong on camera. I'm trying, I have like those C4 like energy drink powders, and I poured it into like a can of water because I have a bunch of these right here for some reason. And it's very hard to like shake something up in a can. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no like, there's no lid to just like beat the goddamn out of it. And it looked very, very wrong on stream. Whenever I looked up at what I was doing there. All right, so this one, for some reason, this one for some reason is very hard for me. What the fuck, dude? Shaking that old can, huh? Trying to. All right. And we're gonna give this one a shot. This is the, I'm pretty sure this is the hardest, I'm pretty sure this is the one. This is the hardest fucking try not to laugh thing I've ever done before in my life. All right, here we go.
God's gonna put a cancer in the butthole. God's gonna put a cancer in the butthole of every sodomite. Every sodomite's butthole will get cancer in the butthole. It'll burn and burn and burn. They won't be able to sit down because of the burning in their butthole. He can't sit down. He's got a burning in his butthole. He's got a fire. He's got a flame coming out of his butthole. God's going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole. If you thought that AIDS was bad, you ain't.
Dad, you're drooling a little bit. You got a little bit of drool on your chin, Dad.
Go!
No, that one's not funny.
Nope.
That's not funny.
A little harder, Noah.
It's also not funny.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I have given up.
That was not funny. That was just aggravating.
After 1 hour of trying to put Adam to sleep, Adam, no. 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 Come here.
I'm so happy, oh, happy, lucky me.
That one was a little funny.
Well.
That one was also a little funny.
Oh, no.
That was a little funny.
Oh no.
Here, get it. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
I don't think this is the same one.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
Deserved.
Friday. Want some doggy dinner? Want doggy dinner? All right, come on. Come.
Come here.
This is Sparta!
Good. That was funny. All right. These are not funny. Uh-oh. Why are they taking so long to, like, play?
This is either going to work
This.
or it's not.
Hello, I'm 48-year man from Somalia. Sorry for my bad England. I sold my wife for internet connection.
Hey, Dick. What up, Mike? Let me ask you all a question. What do you call two niggas fucking niggas?
My name's Scott Bradford. I'm 19. I'm gonna be 20 like December.
Hey guys, check out this really neat song you can play with only 2 fingers.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. How do we dice an onion? Big onion, look at that. Woo! To the good onion. Good onion is a heavy onion. This is a 6-pound onion. It's also an onion where the onion is put. This is the tip of the onion, The onion is not the knife around the onion. Remove the pepper skin of the onion. Dice an onion. Cut the onion in half on the onion, an onion. Then the onion with onion right here. Onion.
Somebody fire this man. All right. That was not the one that I watched in like 20 fucking 17, whenever the fuck it was. I don't know, dude. What is today? Wednesday? Yeah. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're almost at the 120 mark on the followers, boys. We're getting up there. I don't know. Does anybody else have any of those or whatever that you want to send, or we're not doing that? Here he is. It's really quiet here. Wednesday must be the new fuck Michael Hargrove day. Used to be Thursdays. Now it's Wednesdays. Well, I know, right? I don't know what happened. There's my brother. I don't know what happened to the live, but everybody was in here a little bit ago. Everything was all right, and then all of a sudden, Everything just horribly dissipated. I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. God damn. The game has some glitches, dude, but it's cool. That's terrible, brother. I just seen a video suggested on here. It says chimpanzees seeing the outside sky for the first times in their lives where they was caged for 28 years straight. That's insane to me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna play a game tonight. I'm sure quite a few of them will. No game? Do what? Wednesdays have turned into Fuck Michael Day. I think last Wednesday too was also not as dead, but it was dead. You know what I mean? No, that was last night. We streamed for, it was like 5, almost 6 hours. Streamed for 5, almost 6 hours last night. And that was the long stream. Tonight I was just gonna do like a regular one. Almost hit 120 followers though, fellas. 12-hour stream. Hey, dude, there ain't no way, dude. 12 hours right now. Yeah. I would probably do 12-hour streams if I had like 500 active viewers. You know what I mean? If I had like 500 like upwards, I would do 12-hour streams. But there's no way I would do it. Like the max I would do right now with the amount of viewers that we have, which is, you know, usually anywhere between 10 to 15 or so. I would do 12 hours with the 500, but with the ones we have now, I do like 6 max. Because the only reason why I do 6, and I usually only do them on the weekends, is because, like, you know, I know you guys have jobs and shit, and don't nobody want to be up all night long, kind of thing. So I typically just whenever I do them, like the longer ones, I'll typically just do them. I can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say, dude. Just do the 6-hour ones. Now, if I had 100 viewers, I would probably do like an 8-hour stream. Like 100, like consistent viewers, I would do 8-hour streams around that time. And then once we got up in like the 500s or above, that's when I would do the 12 hours. Bro, work has slowed down like crazy right now. Really? I would think during like the summer it would get like busy as hell, or is it because of all the storms? Is it because of the storms, or is it just because it's just slow right now? That's weird, dude. Usually summertime's like really picked up for people. Might be the storms. Oh. I need to edit a bunch of shorts today. Upload them like crazy. Well, fuck, fellas. It might be an interesting video. You get internet worth damage, stream a lot more. Hell yeah. Dude, what the fuck? There's a video on here from 7 years ago by someone called the Marshall Project, and it says the nomadic sex offenders of Miami-Dade County. That's over, dude. What are you looking at, Michael? I'm looking at YouTube. Scrolling, looking at YouTube. Seeing what kind of videos I can put in the like the rotation list, I guess you'd say, that I got. So my wife called me and wouldn't get to the point. Dude, this internet is gonna piss me off. Shit. Dude, I thought about moving like my editing software to DaVinci Resolve. And I got to looking at it, bro. There's no way. There's no fucking way I can move over to DaVinci Resolve and try to use that shit, because they make you, like, if you use effects on there, okay, as to where on Premiere Pro, if, like, you use effects, it'll just be in your effects panel. But on DaVinci, and I don't know who made this shit, but on DaVinci, you have to, like, literally click, drag and click, and drop it there, and then a line pops up showing it's connected, and then by the time it's over, it looks like a goddamn spider web. It's hard to explain, dude, but I absolutely would not recommend that for any fucking body. That's, I mean, that sumbitch look fucked up, dude. I don't know. God, dude. I mean, there's quite a few different, like, video editing softwares, but I just, like, I was kind of interested in DaVinci Resolve. I mean, there's so many, like, tutorial videos and shit on it on YouTube. And then I found out why. And it's because don't nobody know how to use the goddamn shit, because of the way it's set up. There's no fucking way, dude. I'm also going to stick to Adobe. That motherfucker look wild. Can't edit for shit. My edits are shit. I don't know if anybody watches. I don't know how many of y'all actually watch my YouTube channel, but my edits are shit. They're not. Basically, if you look at my YouTube, I pretty much just shit post. I mean, if I'm being honest, it's very low effort that goes into my editing. I can be good at editing whenever I try, but most of the time I don't try because I just want to get it over with and get it out. I guess I'm kind of trying with the yeah, my editing takes forever. Like when I actually edit, it takes fucking forever. It does. It takes forever, dude. It sucks because, like, I have such an extreme attention to detail that, like, I'll make a sound effect for everything. Everything has to have a sound effect. Everything. It just takes so goddamn long, dude, to, like, put it all together. And I don't know why I'm like that. But, like, with my normal stuff, as far as, like, me watching the YouTube videos with y'all and shit, like uploading those, they're not hard. They're just, that's what I'm talking about whenever I say I shit post, because I'm not putting in, like, high effort in those videos. Yeah, so nobody really edits for me. They I mean, they do, but they don't. Like, they have control of my VODs channel. They make the thumbnails. So I guess that is a version of editing. But really, when it comes to, like, my VODs, the only thing that they do is they just slice out the starting soon and add an outro. And then basically just leave it. Because the VODs channel is more of like an archive channel. It's designed to archive all the lives. And it's also designed for the people that may have missed the lives and want to go back and actually watch it. Like, I know for a fact that, like, Skint Chicken, yeah, they cut out a lot of piss breaks. I know for the fact that Skint Chicken goes back on the VODs channel and he watches them if he misses them, because he sent me a message telling me that, apologizing to me for missing some of the lives. I told him he didn't have to apologize, but he apologized to me for missing some of the lives and told me he'd been going back and watching them on the VODs channel. And he talked to me about how he liked the VODs channel and stuff, so that was pretty cool. So, I mean, I guess the VODs channel, the VODs channel is definitely useful in that kind of way, and it'll serve, like, a massive purpose in the future. But as far as the other channel goes, like the gaming channel and then, like, my home channel, I do all the edits for all those. I'm the one that controls all that. I just can't edit, so I've been trying to find someone to edit for me. I need to find somebody to, like, edit, like, my main VODs for me, or, like, my main YouTube channel for me, because that shit takes fucking forever. Like, I can keep up, don't get me wrong, but it does get a little difficult because, like, right now, for example, I have 5 videos that have to be edited and scheduled to be put out. And I got to do those. Like, that's what I was doing before I got on live. I was editing, a YouTube video. If you need more pop, you let me know. I don't know. I don't like to put a lot of like strain on people, I guess you'd say. Now, I will say this though, dude, the gaming channel is kind of not doing bad at all. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of subscribers, but as far as like me just throwing shit up there randomly, it's not doing bad at all. The retention rate on my gaming videos is incredible. They're all like they're anywhere between 60 to 80% retention, which means 60 to 80% of the people that watch these videos watch the whole goddamn thing from beginning to end. You know, that's cool, dude. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of subscribers yet, but it definitely gets like okay views for like a brand new channel that's just having shit thrown up there like once a month or whenever it is that I edit a video for it and throw it up there. Which even when it comes to the gaming channels, I don't do a lot of editing to that. I cut out some of the dead space, you know, when there's not a lot of like talking going on. Cut out some of the dead space when there's not a lot of talking going on. But other than that, I don't really do anything to the gaming channels at all to fuck with them in any kind of way. I think here. Because I was going to say something else, but I forgot. You ever watch the Big Les show? No, I never heard of it. Can't wait to get a better PC and better internet. I feel that. Yeah, I mean, it eventually happened. You keep your eyes on it. You know, is that like basically telling yourself like that's what I want. It'll happen. You excited for the server to come back? Yeah, I am excited actually for the server to come back. I had a conversation with them this morning, and they're messing with the inventory system to get all that stuff laid out. So that'll be really cool. I'm gonna try to get my character to have which Campbell told me that he would try to set it up for me because it was something I specifically asked for. He told me, he said, your character will be the only one that has this. I said, okay. We're gonna put a can of potted meat on my character in my inventory. So like everybody will have so many blocks of like inventory, right? That you can store shit in. And then my character will have one extra block than everybody else. And it'll have a can of potted meat in it that cannot be removed. So no matter how much the law tries to take it, I won't be able to use it either, but no matter how much the law tries to take it or anything like that, because they'll be able to see it, they won't be able to take it. It'll just say this item cannot be removed from this player. And it'll just be a can of potted meat. And they won't be able to take it from me. And that's so funny. They'll just have to learn to live with it. I heard we're doing Western Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah, because there's so many there's so many fucking Eastern Kentucky servers and Central Kentucky servers, but there's not one fucking Western Kentucky server, I don't think. It'll be the only one so far. I got infinite potted meat. I can't wait. I'm excited to see how it turned out for the Civs. Hey, so it might be places I know too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be based on my hometown and Hopkinsville. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. But I think it's going to be fun, dude. I think it's going to be cool. I'm back. Where the hell did you go? I seen you said be right back, but where'd you go? What'd you have to do? I hope they don't do Paducah. I hate that place. No, they're not doing Paducah. It was a consideration, but they're not doing Paducah. They're doing Trigg County and Christian County. I think it'll be cool though, being chased by my local law enforcement. I think that'll be fun. What is that? They did say something too about like adding that other map. What's that other one that's like a desert? Roxbury. I think that's what it is. I think it's like Roxbury, some shit like that, whatever. And making that a part of Tennessee. Yeah, Rockwood, making that a part of Tennessee, because like where Western Kentucky like borders like Tennessee so tightly, especially like Cadiz and Hopkinsville, borders Tennessee so like tightly that it'll be at Tennessee. So it'll be really cool. What are we doing tonight? I have no idea. I try to watch one of them damn. They should do the military base as Fort Campbell. Yeah. I tried to watch one of those damn try not to laugh videos, and it was terrible. I was like, I can't do this. I only smiled at like one thing. All right. Not many now, dude. Just I think it's 3 more. 4 more. 4 more subscribers on YouTube, and I'll surpass Twitch, like my Twitch followers. And not many followers left on Kick before I reach what I had on Twitch. What are you drinking? It's a water. It's a pH water in a can, but I poured an energy drink packet down inside of it. It's not the best tasting thing in the world because I can't shake the goddamn energy drink up, so it's like kind of gritty, but it's all right. Do more body cam videos. I thought about that. I have a bunch of them like in my video rotation. My main issue with my laptop right now is I don't have enough storage space. That's terribly unfortunate. I know how you feel, because with that other computer that I had no storage space whatsoever, and my shit was like struggling to stay alive, dude. I can't subscribe. I don't have any more channels. I subscribed on 4 channels. You don't have to do that. I appreciate the love and support though, baby. I just can't have all the good games, you know? Yeah, I feel it. Let's see. Hard drive storage and old direct TV boxes? What the fuck? It's pretty gnarly. I'm done submitting funny videos for now. What do you mean? What's your all-time favorite restaurant? Like, you talking about like walk in and eat, or you talking about like fast food videos for you to try not to laugh in the Discord? Oh. I don't have one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like many walk-in, sit down and eat restaurants. I don't really care for those kind of restaurants. Like, usually if I go to those kind of restaurants, yeah, you can walk in at Taco Bell, but I'm saying like, I think he's referring to more or less of like shit like Texas Roadhouse, you know, Outback, fucking, you know, those types of places. But like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care for those kind of restaurants. I don't know why. I don't. I never have. I would 100% rather go to like Taco Bell and just grab some shit from the drive-thru and go home and eat it. Or go inside a Taco Bell and sit down and eat. You ever play Among Us? I don't care for Among Us. I played it before. I didn't really care for it. My favorite one, I forgot the name of it, but it was like an old barn that they built onto. anywhere I can get steak and beer. Well, you can go down to Nashville and get a steak quesadilla and a beer from the Taco Bell down there because they sell alcohol. That's like the best fucking Taco Bell in the world, dude. The one down in Nashville. I think I found the PC I'm gonna get. Hell yeah. What is this?
What if you could make a song using...
Never mind. I don't want to watch that. Not right now, anyway. Definitely not feeling that one right now. Tell everybody hi. What? Just pop your head over here. Pop your head over here.
Over where? I'm literally standing right on top of you.
Just wave. Say hi. Let them all know that you're alive and you're well.
I'm not alive and well. I'm alive and having a panic attack.
She is having a panic attack right now. You're gonna be alright though. We're gonna be alright. Right?
Maybe. Face is starting to get red.
You need to like breathe, dude.
Boo almost passed out a while ago.
You need to breathe. They're all saying, hello. Hello, Mama Hargrove. They can't see you because you're in the way of the chat. Won't you lean your head down here?
I'm in the way.
Lean your head down here. Why are you breathing so heavy? Are you freaking out?
Outside, okay? It's almost 100 degrees. And I've gained a lot of weight.
But you're alright though? You're alright though?
I'm as alright as I guess I can long gonna be alright.
Well, you better be alright, god damn it.
Think on the other side? Nope.
Come over here.
I don't want to come over there.
Why?
I can barely squeeze in between your little crack over there.
You can barely squeeze in between the crack.
Yeah, between this and this.
You'll be alright. You got this? I'm about to turn this camera off. There's about to be some domestic violence up in here.
Did you tell him what I said about if you didn't get up this morning?
No. Tell him.
Tell him.
Tell him.
No.
Tell him.
No.
Tell him. Tell them.
I'll never know.
Tell them. I can't remember what you said. I really can't.
About how I was going to stick a needle in your big toe.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No.
You told me you told me that you was gonna what did you say? You told me you was gonna jump up and bite my nose off, I think.
Told you I was gonna jump up and bite your nose off.
I think so.
What the fuck was I talking about? I was half asleep.
I told you that I was gonna stick a needle in your big toe and you told me you was gonna bite my nose off.
So I was up really late last night editing videos. I worked all day yesterday, streamed all that time yesterday, and then was up really late last night editing videos. And did not sleep worth a shit because when I started getting into like the deep sleep era, this one started trying to wake somebody up. Hey, you need to get up. You need to get up. Michael, you need to get up. Dude. And I was so fucking tired. It's like, damn it, dude. Fogger vape, my favorite.
I feel like this is like the most popular vape.
Yeah, but definitely now, like that vape, I feel like that vape pretty much killed. What was it, Geek Bars? And the other ones? What was the other ones? Juicies. Juicy Bar,
like
Juice Bars, and Geek Bars. Yeah, that one like wiped. Let me see it. This one right here like wiped them shits out, dude, because it's got like it's like magnetic, and then, like you can still smoke it even after this battery dies. You can plug this one up and then still smoke off this one, and then when you put them back together, I'm pretty sure this one charges this one, and then that's how it like consistently stays alive, and you don't ever have to worry about it. It's got like this little funky looking screen on the side. It's kind of cool though. I have a peach one waiting for me. I have blue something ice.
Blue ras.
It makes less of a headache, and you can just replace the tank because it's a magnet, so it's cheaper.
Mr. Fogg tastes cheap.
Mr. Fogg tastes cheap?
Yes, you have to like really hit it.
I wouldn't know because I can't smoke vapes. I take a hit off a vape and I'll have to go. You'll have to call 911.
Like this one, when you hit it, it's really smooth.
What? I crank my shit up. And box mod all the way. Hashtag clouds. Said, yeah, bro, we know you vape. I feel like it's one of them vapes. One of them ones I was talking about back in like 2016, 2017. Yeah, yes, bro, we know you vape. Y'all just made of money. Open the valve. Like I said, I wouldn't know. I don't vape. I don't vape. It's like Lucky Strikes or nothing, though, son. I smoke World War II cigarettes, so I wouldn't know. Said I'm broke as fuck. My friend found a place that doesn't card. Watch out, dude. Some guy will fuck it up for you. Because it'd be one of those undercover motherfuckers. Not a cop. So when you work in places like that, they have these dudes that show up. They'll give you either a green or a red slip. And basically what they do is they walk in there and they're clearly in their 40s. Okay, you can tell the motherfucker is of age. He's got kind of like gray bits in his hair, a little bit of wrinkles. They ask you for a pack of cigarettes. You grab the cigarettes, ring it up for him, bypass the age shit, and you look at him, ask him, you're like, is that all for you? And he'll just throw a red card on the table and fucking walk off. And then they'll send like somebody in or whatever that'll start saying something to you. If you're not corporate owned, then they'll send in like the state to talk to you. So as long as like the specific dude that doesn't card nobody doesn't never get hemmed up like that by one of those guys, yeah. Let's play some Repo or Bigfoot or something, LOL. Still trying to figure it out. I might be watching a video here in a minute. I need to try to watch all the videos that I can, dude. The way I got fucking content for YouTube, so whenever I'm gone for those few days, something's still coming out. We watching videos, damn it. It's weird because it's like half the chat prefers the gaming content and then the other half of the chat prefers the video content. Speaking of smoking, though, I'm going to smoke a cigarette and then we'll watch a video real quick. So it's going to be like really weird when there's like it's going to be really weird when there's like 500 to 600 motherfuckers in here constantly watching. Because they're going to talk about like a poll, you know what I mean, between games and videos. That motherfucker there'll be a lot, dude. That'll be cool as shit. I ain't going to lose y'all. That's why I put a hammer and an OG tag next to your name. Because none of them will have it. So whenever you start talking and I see the OG tag, I'll know to look at it and read it. Which I'm not saying I'm going to ignore the new people too. I wouldn't do that. Like Casey? What you mean like Casey? How come Casey don't have any like OG tags? Well, then again, though, Casey's also a streamer. That's the only reason why. He ain't not. Yeah, he is. He's a streamer, so there's no reason for him to have an OG tag in my chat, or for me to have an OG tag in his chat. If you become big, it'll be going fast. Yeah, I know. But as moderators, though, no, you won't be going in the win. As moderators, though, you guys will be able to like pin them. You'll be able to pin your comments specifically. But when it does get to that point, though, of that many people coming in here, the sound effects are gone. I'm just letting you know that now. The sound effects are outy. Like when someone follows me and it goes, ah, gone, dude. Because we'd never be able to get to a video. Because if you got that many followers, obviously, you know, they'll start sending the streams to like other people that's on their friends list in these places and that places. And then if it gets good on like YouTube or TikTok or wherever, like it starts picking up traction at, when they start coming over and following as well, the whole time we're trying to watch a video, it's just gonna be constantly going, ah, 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 or it'll be going, God damn, over and over and over again. And I wouldn't be able to concentrate. So like the little guy that pops up in the corner, he'll disappear. The sound effects will disappear. And then I'll need you guys to, that's when I'll need you guys to pin when someone gifts, or if someone does something, you know what I mean? I'll have to have you like pin it up at the top, because I won't have those sound effects anymore. That way I can actually say something to them for it, because it'll be moving so fast that if they do it and it doesn't get pinned, then it'll be gone. You know what I'm saying? Unless I put it in, I think it's called slow mode, where like it rolls like slowly for me. But then that'll suck, dude, because somebody will say something fucking 45 minutes ago, and I'll fucking see it 45 minutes later, and I won't even know what the fuck they're even talking about by that point. I'm an OG. I've been watching you since I first saw you on Billy's TikTok. I better save that peak VOD so I can prove I was one of the first to play with TheMichaelHargrove 10 years down the road. Gotta be like saving a VOD where you played with Queso years ago. God damn. Ah! You and Billy's jail food video was so funny. Yeah, it was a good idea. It didn't gain the traction we wanted it to, but it was a good idea. It was funny. It worked out pretty good. You know, the fucked up part is too, is like when you watch the video, most of the shit that we ate, I liked. It was him that didn't like it. I want to be the rogue Tennessee element of this community, LOL. You and Bradley. He's also from Tennessee. I always laugh at y'all. Dude, that fucking, that burrito that we made, the Dorito burrito, I liked it. I thought that the Dorito burrito was pretty good, dude. What? What do you mean, what? He said, I still make that shit. No, I don't make that. But like, I could, if I was in jail and that was offered to me, I could absolutely eat that and wouldn't have no problem doing it. I passed through your town like a month ago. What the hell you laughing at the volunteer state for, oh son? No, I think he was saying like he laughs at me and Billy. I'm from Northwest Tennessee. What the fuck was that? Webcam went off. God, what the fuck? Hold on a minute. My goodness, dude. How aggravating. Hey. Is it all right now? I don't know why the webcam does it every once in a while. I really like this webcam. It has great quality, but it has some strange things about it. And I don't know how to explain it. Like it does weird shit like that sometimes, and I don't really care for that. So I've thought about like maybe getting one of those Elgato face cams, but the quality, when you look them up on YouTube, and you look up the Elgato face cam and you look up this webcam and you put them side by side with each other, this one looks better. No, it's not a Temu webcam. No, I spent almost $300 on this webcam. As long as it's not queso quality. No, that one is queso quality. Okay, that one's queso quality. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've thought about hooking that one up and just fucking with y'all. like unhooking this one and hooking that one up next to it and turning the motherfucker on and just sitting there talking to y'all like nothing's wrong. And when you're like, what's wrong with your webcam? Going, what are you talking about? It's just fucking going on about the stream. Feet cam. I'd like to have a bunch of different webcams. Like, obviously this one here, one up there, maybe one over here, something like that. And then there's a control thing where chat can control the webcams, and they can control, like if you do like a certain command in the chat, it'll like change the webcam to like a different position where like you can see like different angles and shit. You know what I mean? That would be cool. Yeah, it would be like that. Exclamation mark cam 2, and it would switch to a different cam. Now, obviously, if we was to a point where there was fucking 300 people in here, that's a terrible idea. because that motherfucker would just constantly be going. It's just constantly switching. You know what I mean? It would have to have some kind of like cool down period. Like it would have to have where it switches, you can't switch it again for 20 minutes or some shit like that. I don't know. That way it could not be like spammed around constantly. It doesn't sound like a good idea. People would spam that shit. Don't know if you want a community that big. I do, actually. I want a community where, like I said, like I'm like Queso and I've got like 53,000 people watching me every night. 20 minutes is too damn long. Yeah, but that prevents people from being able to spam. It gets chaotic and you're an easier target for being canceled. I don't, like, I'm sure I do shit that would get me canceled if I had a large community, but I think I feel like I connect with people in a certain way where it would be very hard for someone to cancel me. You know what I mean? I don't know. You could have it where only mods could change the cam. Yeah, you could do that. I do think it would be one of those situations where it would be very difficult to cancel me. Because most of the time when someone gets canceled, it's because their boss or like whoever their management team is or whatever it is decides to shut them down because of the public. But when you're your own person and you're kind of in control of everything, it's very difficult for them to cancel you unless they was able to get Kick for some reason to delete my account, which is highly unlikely because there's some wild shit that goes on. If they were able to get them to delete my account and then Twitch deleted my account, I would just either go to YouTube Live or I would go to like Rumble. Because on Rumble, you could literally say and do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, for God's sakes, they let Dr. Disrespect fucking stream on there. Ugh. I'd like my community to grow, but not bigger size than community, 50 to 100 people watching, and everyone is chill. Al is the best balance, in my opinion. I agree with it, but you know, at the same time, like I said, I'd like to be like Queso size. I think that would be really cool. What about getting recognized in public? I've been recognized in public a lot. Especially like if I go over to Eastern Kentucky from the videos and shit that I did with Billy, I'll get recognized in public for being Mike, the angry friend or whatever. It's always in the videos yelling at people. Which surprisingly, last time I was over there with him, I got recognized in public for streaming from like Twitch. I got recognized. That was really cool. I was inside of Billy's store, and there was a dude that come in, and he seen me, and he was like, "Is that the Michael Hargrove?" And I looked up at him, and I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Dude, I watch you," and I was like, "Hell yeah, dude." He was cool as shit. He was like, "I watch you and Billy both." I was like, "Right on, brother." So that was pretty cool, man. So that was like my first like experience of being recognized from like streaming, you know. Most of the time, like I said, though, whenever I get recognized, it's usually from the videos that I've done previously. I agree with you, Mike. I agree with Mike. Are you talking about being like Queso size? Or are you talking about being difficult to like cancel? I think I would also be difficult to cancel too, because there's not a lot of streamers that are like me, if that makes sense. And whenever I say are like me, I mean like I embody that poor white kid fucking trailer park Section 8 like vibe, because that's what I am. So like taking that and embodying it fully and accepting it and presenting that to the world, there's not a lot of streamers that do that. You know what I mean? I know that there's Southern streamers, but there's not a lot of streamers that are what I am. There's not a lot of white trash streamers, if I'm just being honest with you. And that's what I am. So embodying the real me and presenting the real me to the world makes myself a little bit more authentic, because I'm more original. And then whenever there's people that find me that are like me, that may have just been like poor kids from Section 8 or poor kids from the trailer park or just poor kids in general, that understand how to appreciate shit that came from poverty. They relate to me and they identify with me, and you know, relating to me and identifying with me helps them in a certain way to where, like, if someone didn't like me, it would be very difficult for them to get rid of me. Vigia time? Yeah, here in just a second. I want to be about queso size. Goon Lord, it would be hard to cancel you. That is precisely why I like you and Tater and Billy, etc. I've never seen fellow Southerners on Twitch before I started watching all of you guys, and I like seeing that on the platforms. You really never do see it. I'm a poor kid from the apartment. Exactly. And you identify with me. You know, you typically, most of the time, there's not a lot of times on here whenever I'm watching stuff with you guys or we're doing stuff where you guys disagree with my take. And I mean, even if you disagree with my take, it's never like an argument. Like, I don't argue with people if they don't see things like I see things, because that's life. You know what I mean? Plus, another thing that like also separates me that you don't see a lot of streamers doing is, like, even though I'm not like a religious person, I constantly like tell people, like, dude, if you need anything, dude, like, God's always there for you. Like, I keep that like southernness about me, about like the Lord JC is always with you, son. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a religious person, but I definitely believe that, like, God and Jesus and whatnot all exist, and they're always there. So having that aspect, and then also having the aspect of coming from absolutely nothing, makes me appreciate shit more. And my views on things are more like real world. So I think that's those elements are probably exactly the reason why people identify with me. I'm not either. I tend to believe that religion has nothing to do with God. I agree with that. I mean, because just to go ahead and fair warn you guys, I'm not going to go on a tangent. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to let that out there. If you look, every time Jesus went into a church, he got pissed. That's all I'm going to say about it. Every time he went in one, he got mad and got into it with somebody. So, I mean, clearly organized religion does not have nothing to do with God. Or Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, he just wasn't feeling it. I feel like I'm talking to a dude from down the road, if you get what I mean. I always feel a bit alone in streaming, at least in the poor Southerner way, LOL. Yeah, because not a lot of people understand you. But it's when you find that community of people that do understand you because they came from the exact same fucking thing, regardless of where they are in the world, or in the country or whatever, you just connect with them. Like, for example, Joshua. He lives in Louisiana, dude. Joshua's from Louisiana, but he identifies with me. Sammy's from fucking UK. He's from London, but he likes me and likes to talk with me and shit. It's just kind of, it's one of, yeah, like, Austin there, he's from Illinois. You know what I mean? Like, he identifies, it's not necessarily like, it does have a lot to do with the Southern aspect of it, but it's also not necessarily the Southern aspect of it. It's really hard to explain. And it took me fucking, God, dude, it was like 20 something years to figure out who exactly I was and who exactly I was put here to entertain and help in some kind of way, period. It took me like 28 fucking years to realize that. I'm 31. And that's a long fucking time before, you know, you really realize, okay, this is exactly who I am, and these are the exact kind of, because I've been studying it forever. You know, you could, all right, let's just take like a random dude off the street, right? We'll take a random dude off the street. We'll show him me. Okay, we'll show him what my background is. He'll read the papers or whatever. And then let's say hypothetically, like, this big corporate company was paying him and they was like, embody this, be this man, act like this man, go on stream and be this man. He can't. He cannot do it because that's not who he is. You know what I mean? Because when people, trust me, dude, people are not dumb like people think they are. You can sniff it out when someone's not right. You know what I mean? When someone's not being who they're supposed to be, or they're not like following in their own lanes, or they're not doing what they're supposed to do, you can smell that shit, dude. And I think that comes from poverty. I think it comes from poverty of being able to smell when they're not who they say they are. It's really it's weird. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me catch up on these comments here, because that was a small tangent there. Bro, I'm about to crash out. I can't even play Wizard 101. What the fuck? I live like an hour out. You're my neighbor, LOL. Yeah, dude. It's the national common folk that aren't rich. They're just mediocre. I love you because you took me in and didn't ask for nothing in return. And I would never ask any of you for anything. I mean, the only thing I've asked you guys for is to like move platforms. And that's not like, you know, I'm asking you to do any work. I'm not asking you guys for money because I gave up money for you guys. I came to Kick because I was trying to get away from the ads. I mean, I'm not like talking shit or anything like that, but like I could have stayed over there on Twitch and raked in all the money I wanted off of the ads and stuff and just ignored you guys and been like, it's their fault that they're not paying for subscriptions to fucking be able to watch past the ads. I'm not like that. You know what I mean? So I didn't ask you guys to do any work. I didn't ask you guys for any money. You know, I moved away from money just to fucking try to give y'all a better experience. I'm sorry that Kick is implementing ads. At the same time, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing because we don't know how their ads are going to work. You know, Kick is all about giving creators control. I think the only reason why it says creator controls are currently off is because it is a beta. It's not it's not in its like pure form. It's just a beta. They're just testing it to see how it works anyways. And then once it becomes in its pure form, then I'm sure we'll have like complete control over it. I don't see Kick not giving us control over that. I mean, yeah, I asked you guys if you would like watch my YouTube channel and stuff, but I don't force it on you. I got like a robot that tells you whenever a video comes out, but I don't come in there and cram it down your throat. Like, you guys need to go watch this video. You guys need to go do this. You need to go do that. I don't want anything from you guys, just good conversation. And, you know, good conversation, I mean, that's good for everybody. You know what I'm saying? My boyfriend is a lot like y'all. He's just not social enough to want to stream, but I know y'all would get along, especially since I've heard you talk about all the same things, like the blue collar life and the Book of Enoch. Oh, I'm sure I would get along with him then. I love you because you have always been there, and as soon as I started watching you, I felt like I've known you all of my life. Good, dude. And I hope you continue to feel that way forever. You know, I will never ever turn my back on you guys and fucking just disappear. I mean, if something's going on with me, I'm pretty honest. I'm pretty open book. I'm just like, hey, I'm not doing well. You know, I'm pretty honest about it. That's why I'll always support you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I haven't got a single ad on stream since you announced it. And you may not. You may not until the full thing comes out, because like it says, it's at random in random categories. So I don't know if just chatting's even a part of that category. I don't know if gaming's a part of that category. I have no idea. I just know that that's what it told me. I wanted to fair warn you guys, and I just wanted to let it out there, you know. I literally just had the same annoyance an hour or two ago. LOL. Stopped streaming on Twitch because I kept talking to people and they couldn't hear because of the goddamn infomercial that took over the next 10 minutes. And you can't fucking turn it off. I know. It's terrible. You cannot turn it off. And it bothered me because the people that were watching me, and I'm sure you can relate to this, the people that were watching me cared enough about me to where even though the ads got on their nerves, they stayed through them just to be there to like support me as a human being. And that bothered me so bad of the thought of like getting paid from that I was like, I'm going to go to Kick. And the people that are doing that for me, I know in my heart, they'll come over there with me. Fuck forcing ads down their throats. I don't see them as dollar signs. They're not ATM machines. I don't want anything from these people. I just enjoy these people as human beings. I consider you guys my family. Like, I feel weird when someone's like, who are these people? Like if I'm like, oh, they're my fans, I feel weird saying that. So I'm like, oh, dude, you know, they're my buddies or whatever. Like I'm not, in my head, I'm not anyone special. And I know that there is a lot of people that's like, no, dude, you are, you know. In my head, I'm not anyone special. I'm somebody who gets on the internet and talks to a camera, and people just so happen to like what it is that I say. But at the same time, regardless of where you are in life, of how popular you are, or how much this or how much that or whatever the case is, you still have to be human. You know what I mean? And you still have to acknowledge how these people feel. So that's why I was like, okay, well, I love these guys because obviously they care about me. So I'm not going to do this to them. And I came to Kick, and I've not had any problems since. I've got to 100% fucking get to know these people and care so much about them that I look forward to talking to them every day. You have become a thing I look forward to every day. You have genuinely made a positive impact on my life. And I'm glad, dude. And I care a lot about you. You know what I mean? I want you to know that anything I'm ever doing, dude, you're always welcome to be a part of it. If I ever get popular enough to where like I go somewhere to meet a bunch of people, I would be genuinely upset if you guys didn't show up. Or, you know, if I'm ever having some kind of like IRL stream and I'm somewhere close to you, don't be afraid to come there and like be a part of the stream, like physically, because you're welcome to do so. I care about you guys. And I'm glad that I've made a positive impact on your life, because that means that what I'm doing is worth it, because money is not why I'm doing it. The reason why I do what I do is because I want to help people. I want to be a positive impact on people's lives. I want to be a positive impact on their mental state. I don't want people to let the world destroy them. I want to be a positive impact. That way the world don't seem so harsh. If I can make you forget what the world is, dude, for 2 to fucking 6 hours, fuck yeah, dude. I'm so happy about that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so grateful about that. That's why you are invited to my wedding, because you legit feel like family, closer than some of my actual family. And I'll be there. The day that you get married, when you send me an invite and you're like, hey man, I'm getting married, even if you haven't met me in person yet, I'll be there. I will show up. I promise. We are a lot alike. And I've dealt with people being fake friends my entire life. And I feel like I'm finally somewhat a part of a community, and it's because of you. And I'm glad, man. I'm glad that you feel like you're a part of a community, and I'm glad that, you know, you feel like you have friends and stuff in here, because again, same thing goes for you that goes for Bradley, dude. You're always welcome here. This is everyone's home. You know what I mean? I know it's just a chat box or whatever, and I'm a strange man on the internet, but you guys are always welcome here. This is always home to everybody. Bradley, same. I legit get home from work and I'm like, I can't wait till like 5:30 to see Michael stream. I love that, dude. I'm glad that I'm making a positive impact on you guys. It makes me feel really good. I was worried that like I was something to like pass the time, because I don't ever, dude, you're my brother. What do you mean am I welcome? I walk across the road and break your toes, dude. But anyway, I was kind of worried, like, am I making an impact on anybody? Am I just something to pass the time? Like, what am I? But like, I'm not one of the people that just comes right out and asks. You know what I'm saying? So I am glad that I am actively making a positive impact on people's lives. That makes me feel really good about what I'm doing. My friend and moderator Kians pays for subs for people a lot. And I'd like her not to have to deal with that. Yeah, exactly. And when someone sends you gifts on Kick, I think the beautiful part about it is because I've gotten quite a few gifts on Kick. I've gotten them from Ace. I've gotten them from Squanchy. I've gotten monthly subscribers from Alan, from Winners, from Ace, from Squanchy, from Yeet to the Hall, from Big John, from a lot of people, you know, and I've gotten kicks from Bradley and everybody, and it's fucking, like, it's amazing. And what's amazing about it is the fact that these people did not have to do that, because there was nothing forcing them to do that. That's why I don't like Twitch, because it feels like they're and it's, again, Twitch is a good backup platform, but I don't like ads being forced down somebody's throat to get dollars off of them, where they feel like they have to do these things just so they can fucking enjoy the stream. And that's not fair, because now whenever they send me these kicks or subscribe to me for the month or fucking send me gifts or whatever it is, they're doing it out of the kindness of their heart, because they're like, dude, I really like Mike and I want to help Mike. And like, that's why I'm so grateful for the kicks that I get on Kick. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a few of them that is actively subscribed over on Twitch, even though they watch me on Kick. Like, for example, Ace. Ace is still subscribed over there on Twitch. He doesn't have to be, because he has an ad-free experience over on Kick, but he does it because he's trying to help me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. So yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's a beautiful thing for someone over on Kick to send you something when they, especially because they don't have to. They're just doing it just to be kind. And it makes it feel so much more. It means so much more. Because you're not like, hey, man, thanks for the gifts. And then in your head, you're like, it's just because they don't want to watch the fucking ads, dude. But, like, over here, whenever you send them, it's like, God damn, dude, they love me. They really did that. That's fucking cool. You know? I think I'm going to migrate over to Kick throughout this month and ask them to follow me as my birthday present. LOL. And I'm sure that they will. You know, if you have a tight niche community, you'll be surprised by how many people stay in your stream longer because there's no ads. Because, you know, some of them people, they can't afford to, like, pay for subs to get past the ads, and they don't want to watch ads, so they leave. And you'll be surprised that when you come over here, how many people are like, wow, dude, I really love this content. And they stay. You know what I mean? I'm definitely wanting to plan a meetup with you. Absolutely, dude. We will meet up. I have no problem with that. I don't know how close you are to Murray, but I'll be in Murray Thursday. If you want to come Friday and just meet me at the hospital and talk to me and shit outside, I won't have nothing else going on because it'll all be over with. I'll just be sitting there. Bro, I will show up. I don't care if it's 5 hours away. Hell yeah, dude. I would love for a few of us to get together when I come in July. We can do that. We can definitely do that. That'll be fun, dude. I need to get together with everybody anyway and see a bunch of people. My wedding is next year. Just saying. I have a few people in mind inviting, and you better show up. I will absolutely be there. I love you. You're my brother. I'll walk across the road and break your toes, dude. LOL. Just keep us kind of updated when y'all go in tomorrow, if you're comfortable with that. I'll absolutely keep y'all updated. From me Friday. What do you mean from me Friday? It pisses me off when massive streamers are like begging for subs. Yeah, dude, it's insane, dude. There's no reason to beg for subs. I mean, I get that some people, like, this is their job. They have to pay bills. Okay, fine. But you knew what that risk was whenever you started going live. Okay, you knew that you may not make money. You knew that that might not happen, dude. So that's your fault, man. You can't get on there and like get mad at people because they ain't sending you no subs. You can't get on there and beg for people to send you something because that you knew what the cost was. Like me, dude, I know what the cost is. I absolutely know what the cost is, but I would never ever get on here and say that. Now, I know that one time I got on here and was like, hey, you know, we need to get some people to like do the monthly subscribe for at least 1 month because you know, just you got to have 10 of them or whatever, and then that completes the goal for the verification check mark. But like I told y'all back then, though, I just needed that one time, and I would send each one of you your money back because I wanted to complete that goal. But I think I only said something about it once, and then I left it alone. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't necessary. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Salute. I appreciate you, brother. Joshua Faircloth, what's up, sexy? What's going on, O'Shun? Big Flat said no. Finally got the Wi-Fi to work. Hell yeah. About time. Alan said, you'll be there. You call me every damn day. If you ain't there, I'll come get your ass. Oh, subscribing. I'm subscribing Friday. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that, son, but don't ever feel obligated to, dude. You don't have to, but if you do, I definitely appreciate you. It means a lot. And Mike, if you're down for it, I would love to have you as a groomsman when it's time for my wedding. Yeah, dude. Ain't no problem. Are you getting married in Kentucky? Because coming all the way out to Nebraska might be a little difficult, but I'm sure I can find a way to make it happen as long as it's not like next month. You know what I mean? Conspiracy said, what? Everything all right? You can't be purple at Acer. I'm purple, by God. Who deleted that? I'll torch this motherfucker. There. Okay. So you're getting married here? Yeah, that's not a problem, dude. Acer, stop stealing my ideas. Flame emoji. Thank you. Oh. God damn it. Why does it keep doing that, dude? Hold on a minute. Damn annoying ass fucking shit, dude. That is infuriating. Oh, the internet frozen up. Oh, my goal is like my kids be like, that's our uncle. Hell yeah. I'll be right back, boys. Y'all give me just a split second here. All right. Stay for anyone, especially wedding. Nice. Hot damn, boys. It's video time when he gets back. Oh, shun. I'm so glad I get to see your beautiful face one last time before Oliver comes. I was tweaking when I couldn't get my shit to work. You're good, man. Like I said, I will do some sort of IRL stream while I'm there from my phone. It'll be after everything's over with. That way I can talk to you guys and let y'all know what's going on and how things are like working and whatnot. So that'll be fun, dude. It'll probably be Friday night. So we'll have to get that checked out. See how that goes. I got you on my computer too. Hell yeah. You will be at my wedding, and I'm not doing super fancy suits. After I graduate, I could probably come down. I'd like to do a thing where everybody in chat all meets up somewhere, and we all hang out and spend time together. That would be fun. All right. Let's see what we got going on here as far as videos go. What about girl discovers her grandpa is a wanted killer? How's that sound? I'd be the youngest. Yeah. Sounds fucked, but good. I mean, yeah, it sounds raw. You know what I mean? It definitely sounds rough, but. Oh, hell yeah. We all going to Dollywood, oh, son. What time you going to be in Murray, Thursday or Friday? So Thursday, I got to be there at 6 a.m. And that's when my old lady's actually having a kid. Friday, I'll be there from the time I wake up until the time I go to bed. I'm going to be there all day Friday. So if you want to come to Murray Friday, but you got to make sure, though, that when you come to Murray Friday, you get some pictures with me. That way you can post them in Discord. Because everybody that comes across the wild Michael Hargrove has to take a photo with me and post it in Discord. Sounds good to me. Hell yeah. Well, I'll go to Dolly World and fucking hang out. That would be fun as fuck. I've heard Dollywood is hella expensive. I got one even better. Hold up. Sorry, I'm shaking this can up, boys. I don't like that my shit's like settled in the bottom of it. I might come Friday if something doesn't come up. No, I'll also be there Saturday too. I won't be there all day Saturday, but I'll be there on Saturday plumb up until like probably 7 o'clock. www.wejustneedpasses.lol.com. Okay. So I can find you in the wild? Yeah, technically. If you ever just run across me randomly at a gas station or fucking something of the sort, technically that's me in the wild, I guess you'd say. Okay, Alan, I'm going to show this on stream real quick. There you go. Listen to me singing. So yes, I can be. Whoa, Z Rush Chow's face reveal. Yeah, that was him. So I can technically be found in the wild. I guess you say Michael Hargrove at Dollar General. Yeah, you could run into me there. I've had people run into me at Dollar General before. Y'all going to Dollywood? I want to go. No, fuck Dollywood. We'll go to Tennessee Valley Fair in the fall and pay $12 for a bracelet. That sounds fine. You ain't never lived until you ridden a ghetto-ass, cranky Tennessee Ferris wheel. Oh. But yeah, I'll be in that week. I'd like to have a big-ass bonfire or something. Yeah, he's a beautiful bastard. Anthem of us millennials. It would be funny as fuck if I showed up in a safari outfit and been like, Michael in his natural habitat. I want to enter into a mullet competition. That'd be hilarious. But yeah, that's that was me being spotted in the wild. Technically, Alan had video footage of it. So there you go. Casey's got a picture with me in the Discord. I got a picture with Casey in the Discord. So yeah, we all, you know, when you run into me, make sure you get a picture with me because you spotted me in the wild. It's not very often I leave my house and fucking you just run into me randomly. Mike would be like, "Hey, you ungrateful bastard! Get that camera out of my face!" Bro, it's just down to my shoulder blades almost. Oh, the Kentucky man stalks his prey. And then you attack a Tennessean. Jump on Bradley's back. That'd be hilarious.
Apartments.
Oh, God damn it.
I got one challenge for you. Try with.
Like the wrong fucking thing. All right. You can hop on my back, Papa. Use RC and potty meat as bait. Trap him and he hisses. Crikey, he's angry. That'd be funny. Whoosh. Oh. It's Vegia time, boys. It's Vegia time. Oh, he's bloody pissed. I sound more British when I do it than I do Australian. Hey, daddy. It's in my truck in Discord. It's stock right now. Shit. All right. Here we go. Girl discovers her grandpa is a wanted killer. Oh my goodness.
Ivan, step out here. You got a warrant for your arrest. Yeah, so it's for murder charges.
Imagine the shit pain that would instantly hit you, dude. Right in the bottom of your gut. Just imagine that awful gut-wrenching shit pain that would instantly just drop down as soon as they was like, it's actually for murder charges.
This is 60-year-old Eileen Gowan. She is briefly seen here leaving this apartment complex with a briefcase. This is the last time she would ever be seen alive.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
So we're driving down the road to go shooting, and there is a dead body on the side of the road.
Eileen's body would be found 13 days after the last time she was seen on CCTV.
Well, he didn't do a very good job about trying to, I'm not taking up for him, but I'm just saying, like, he didn't do a very good job about trying to, like, hide anything, did he? Like, this motherfucker just dump people on the side of the road? That's kind of, and yeah, it's crazy, too, that it was on the side of the road for 2 weeks. Plot twist, it was Michael. Hell no. You can't do this in an apartment. You have to live in the country.
Police believe she was entangled in a deadly love triangle prior to her murder. But over the course of the next several months, this cold case would turn out to be far more complicated and even more disturbing than they could have ever imagined.
When me and her broke up, she moved in with a guy, and he tried to mess with her.
And all I know is his first name's Sam. They said we told her it was a bad deal with him.
Because he's telling me if the cops get behind him, he's going to run into a tree.
They're turning westbound on Cleveland.
Central 166, be advised. It's their grandfather in the car, and he's called them saying that he's possibly going to try to crash the car.
I fucking love how serious these dudes are with these YouTube channels for these body cams. I mean, they turn this shit into like a Netflix series, dude.
On February 13th, 2023, Eileen Gowan was seen leaving her longtime job at Sugar's Diner. She had just told her daughter over a text message that she was on her way to pick up some things from her friend Mike, who she had recently moved in with, after breaking up with her ex-boyfriend, Sam Brammer, only a week earlier.
I love you too, brother. You have a good night, man.
Strangely, she would specify that her co-worker at Sugar's Diner would be the one to drive her there. However, as Eileen left her workplace, no co-worker would show up. Instead, strangely, her ex-boyfriend Sam would be the one to pick her up. Hours would go by, but Eileen would never show back up to Sugar's. The owner of the restaurant, Megan, would begin worrying as to where Eileen could have gone and started frantically sending her messages asking for her whereabouts. But oddly, she would receive a single message back saying, "Leave me alone, I'm done." This was very strange coming from Eileen, as she almost never texted, usually resorting to phone calls, and was often extremely responsible. Something strange was going on. The day would go by, and Eileen would never be seen. The following day, Eileen's daughter would file a missing persons report for Eileen to the Council of Bluffs Police Department, and an investigation began. Detectives would begin collecting CCTV footage from everywhere in the town to try and fully document where Eileen went the day of her disappearance. But this would be quite the lengthy process. So without anything to go by, police would start asking her family and friends.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited,
apparently, after leaving her ex-boyfriend, Sam Brammer, a week earlier, she had stayed with her new friend, Mike Brockman, a man.
So, was Sam like her original husband? I wasn't paying attention enough to know where Sam came in at. But was he like her original husband, or yeah, it's separated? Okay, well, I didn't know.
And her family claimed had likely assaulted her the night before she disappeared. This shined a suspicious light on both of the men she was involved with, so police would bring in both Sam and Mike for interrogation and see if they could find any leads. Mike was a friend of Eileen's who met her at Sugar's and became very close over time. It was still unclear to officers what happened to Eileen. At this point, for all they know, she could have just gone MIA and taken a break from her stressful life. However, if anyone would have the clues as to where she went, it would be Mike.
So basically, I mean, as you know, I talked to you on Monday. Or Wednesday, I guess, was the first day I talked to you. I had received information from some of the family that you and Eileen were possibly in a relationship, or
see, I don't understand, man, because when somebody, like, if somebody were to do some shady shit to me, like, my first instinct is not to, like, take that person's life. I don't understand that. Like, I mean, I like, if somebody's, like, breaking in my house and, like, my kids and wife and stuff like that's in here, and, like, I tell that motherfucker repeatedly while he's kicking my door, dude, you better fuck off, and he comes to that bitch anyway, yeah, I mean, that's going to be my thought process. But as far as this goes, no, dude. I'm just cutting that person off and never, ever going to fucking speak to that person again. If that person pisses me off to that point, I'm never going to speak to that person again, ever in my life. I will cut a motherfucker off so fast. I will amputate some shit like a gangrene finger, dude. I'm not into that. mine is, but they usually started it. Now it's like 5 to 10 seconds behind. Damn it, boy. Dude. We're not going to be doing this all fucking day. That's starting to enrage me, dude. I'm going to crash the fuck out. Why the fuck is that happening? Yeah, it needs to lock in or it's going to get fucking punched across the room. I'm about to take this motherfucker off and throw it across the goddamn room. It's just starting to make me mad, dude. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm over trying to fucking do a video and getting absolutely fucking shitted on by my fucking webcam, and it's just pissing me off. It's not even hot, dude. Webcam's not even hot. Gonna buy a new webcam immediately.
Kind of sort of, she may live with you for a few days or a week or so, but if you could just kind of go before Monday, just kind of tell us how you guys know each other, how she ended up out there at your place, that kind of thing, and then we'll kind of move from there.
She was a waitress at Sugar's, and I knew her from in there, and I talked to her before and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told me, I don't know, it was like on Tuesday or Wednesday night, that she got kicked out and she needed a place to stay. I said, well, you can stay at my place for a couple of days. I think it was Friday. She called me and she said, I won't be coming back. She says, we're getting back together, her and her boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And all I know is his first name's Sam. I don't know anything else about him.
Okay.
And
so it's obvious that Mike didn't do anything. I mean, I know that the video is about Sam because Sam's face isn't blurred. I know Sam is the murderer, you know. But even if I didn't know that, it would be very obvious that Mike didn't do anything because Mike is way too calm during this interaction. Like, Mike's very outspoken. He's not using like an over excessive amount of detail. He's not stressing specific points. Mike's just telling exactly how it is. If, like I said, if he was the one to do it, there would be signs like, you know, overly stressful points of detail, overly pushy about a certain subject, constantly like looking away from the officer and like making eye contact with him to see if he's like believing him. You know, it's one of those things. And sometimes when murder is the go-to, it's genuinely someone loves someone else to the point of obsession and will kill whoever tries to take that person / property from them. Oh, I know, that's insane.
so I didn't see her. And then she called me crying on that Saturday night. And she says, oh, we got into it. Can I come out for a day? I said, you can come back out. But you got to be gone Monday because I can't have this. I'm single. I don't want anything like this going on.
Two initial thoughts can be made upon hearing Mike's story. On one hand, it seems like Sam was back together with Eileen, so Sam would be a much stronger person of interest, as he'd likely been the last person to see her. On the other hand, Mike may have had a deep connection with Eileen, meaning if he learned she got back with her ex-boyfriend just days after moving in with him, he could have played a sinister role in her disappearance. But detectives plan to let Mike tell his side of the story before confronting him about the suspicious relationship.
So I took her to work Monday morning. That'd been a week ago yesterday. Dropped her off at 5 a.m. And she was supposed to get off at, I don't know, she said 7 or 8. Her daughter was gonna pick her up. She's gonna go to her mom's and get her safe and take to her daughter's.
I do think that they could probably confirm that she was dropped off at 5 a.m. Due to cameras and stuff. So if they have already confirmed that she was dropped off at 5 a.m., then they know for a fact he's telling the truth by this point. Yondery love triangle. Let's go. I remember when a girl I met in school within 3rd or 4th grade got murdered by her crazy ex-boyfriend with a rifle back in 2020 or 2021. Oh my God.
And then she was supposed to come back to work at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, then I get a phone call from the bar saying, hey, have you seen her? And I said, I haven't seen her, I haven't talked to her, nothing. Oh, she didn't show up for work. She didn't show up. I said, I haven't heard anything. And I tried to contact her and couldn't get a hold of her. So I sent her a text message and I said, all your stuff that's bagged up is gonna be sitting behind the bar. You gotta get it. I want it out of here. I don't wanna mess with any more of this. And I never, since 5 o'clock that Monday morning, I'd never had any contact with her, phone, text, or anything. And then I didn't know anything till right before you called me that she'd come up missing.
I also feel too, to like corroborate his story, all they have to do is check, like ping his phone, figure out where he was, because most time like old murderers like this, they don't put into mind frame that police can track like the whereabouts of your phone and figure out where you was at the time that this person went missing to ping you in that location. So having said that, they probably already know that Mike, or they're just waiting on it to come back. But if they're not waiting on it to come back, they probably already know that Mike didn't have anything to do with any of this.
Mike would go on to claim that he never had any sexual relationship with Eileen and that she stayed in a completely different room to him while living in his house. However, detectives know more about Mike than he thinks, and with some information Eileen's close friends shared with them, they don't believe he and Eileen were just friends.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys.
Has anybody said anything to you that Eileen was saying anything about you? Have you heard anything about her making any statements about you and your behavior while she lived or was staying with you out there?
No.
So you haven't heard that she may have made a statement that you possibly assaulted her while she was out there?
No.
Okay. That statement was made to a couple people that you supposedly laid down on her bed with her and spooned her from behind. Is that?
No.
Can you tell me, is that any of that accurate? Any
No.
of those statements?
I would not do that because, like I said, she was a loose cannon. And she's scared.
I mean, I guess here's the.
You think maybe like she told people that because I'm not saying that it didn't happen. So let me just go ahead and state that because it may have very well happened. I've not got that far into the video yet, but you think maybe like she could have possibly been telling people that because she had to have like a legitimate reason as to why her and Mike didn't work. He was probably tapping it, but that doesn't mean the right chair done it. Sounds kind of like the situation that happened yesterday. And Sam probably got the real version of that story and killed her. Oh, it was aired on TV, I think. I think you can find it on YouTube. Jesus. Yeah, we'll look for it after this video goes off.
Here's the deal, you're a grown man, she's a grown woman. You know, if there was any type of whatever contact between you that was consensual, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
I mean, she was crying that first night she come out and I hugged her.
Okay.
But there was no sexual relationship, no asking for it or anything.
This information is, well, concerning, considering it would be unlike Eileen to make up blatant lies of this magnitude. However, with little to no evidence, other than a few rumors coming from her friends, police can't harp over these allegations and decide to wrap Mike's questioning up. At this point, Mike is still considered to have potential involvement in Eileen's disappearance, but with a lack of leads, they direct their attention to the only other potential suspect, Eileen's ex-boyfriend, Sam Brammer.
Honestly, I would probably, if I was a cop, I would probably also be already considering Sam anyway, because like we talked about earlier, some people get super, super obsessed with somebody and they can't let it go. And that can become very dangerous. I think as a detective, I would already like have my sights set on Sam. I mean, obviously I would have questioned Mike, but I would have definitely had my sights set on Sam, more or less. I'd already be pulling like Sam's cell phone ping locations and all kinds of shit. Let me offer some insight as a woman. All right. I typed that like I was having a stroke. My bad. You're good, dude. I hate when you're trying to type something but can't think of one word. Don't mean that fella killed her just because he smashed. Exactly.
You already met Detective Dyer?
Yeah, you get first names, but
yeah, this is Detective Dyer. I'm the sergeant that you talked to on the phone. My name's Ted Roberts. I'm a sergeant.
when I got on the phone with you, and you said that I was the last person to see her alive.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yep.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes, you sure did.
I said you were the last person that saw her before she went missing.
Sam wasted no time adding more suspicion onto his name. The phone recording shows that the detective never mentioned Sam being the last to see Eileen alive.
Sam just made himself prime suspect. Immediately. Right out of the gate, being all argumentative like that and shit. And accusing the cop of saying something that he didn't say. Immediately. See you, Michael. All right, oh son. You have a good night, man. She would have a reason to lie. One, to make a cover story so she doesn't come off as a whore. And two, admitting it openly was something that she knew would set Sam off. I agree with that. I agree with that statement. Skin Chicken said that part. I can think of a few more, but the list of reasons is tedious and tiring, like the usual female thought process. I did tell you bye, son. Goodbye, Austin. I love you. That is true. If he was already abusive and stuff. Yeah, 100%.
Eileen has been missing for less than 48 hours at this point, so the fact that he's already alluding to the idea that she's dead is awfully disturbing. But this would only mark the beginning of Sam's unsettling choice of words during the interview.
As you said that, I got the phone. I said, no, I want them to arrest me. I had to have a lawyer.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's I think you misheard me there. I got to record it. I'll have to go back and listen to it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what I said. But I mean, basically, we got a crazy deal here where, Eileen is evidently, her family and everything else, she's never done this kind of thing before. She's never just, took off and gone. They all know
what she does is she comes to me. She's moved in with me 4 or 5 times. But usually when she moves in with me, she stays away from home.
Yeah, because they said they talk every day. The daughter and her talk every day on the phone or whatever she says. Yeah.
If they need something, then they'll get a hold of her.
Okay.
Just like when she got arrested for DWI, she went to jail. They finally bailed her up. What did they do? They took her and dropped her off at the bar.
Okay.
And she was homeless.
Okay. If you could, I just need to know what went on Monday morning. What happened Monday morning with you?
She texted me.
Okay.
And wanted to know if I would come and get her, because one of her friends supposedly was supposed to come and get her, and supposedly they ran out of gas. So
did she tell you the friend's name or? Okay.
So I got there, and I said, I'll be there in a minute. She goes, don't come inside. I don't want Megan to know that we're back, or you're with me. I said, okay.
So, yeah. I mean, like, his story's aligning with Mike's. It's just, he's the suspicious one now, because he's the motherfucker that picked her up, and he's the reason why she never arrived at work. Yeah, but the complicated part is the I love you and don't want to lie to you feeling. So she probably came clean to him at some point, and then bang! It was over. Or he found out some other way. Oh, he knows. Did y'all catch that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he was like,
And I pulled up, she gets in the truck. We take off, run out to this, supposedly the one that tried to do something with her. And dropped her off there. Then I left. And then wasn't too long after that is when she called me I think she was at my house knocking. See, you can't get in my apartment building unless you have a key to get in. But I think she was knocking on my window. I didn't look, I didn't care. I just wanted to lay down and take a nap. That's when she texted me, wanted to know if I could talk to Emmy about letting her move back in because this guy,
Sea-Dance 2.0 is now on Artlist, and you can get precisely what you want.
I'll take a robbery.
now that's true.
When?
That night.
The night before Monday?
The night before Monday, yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if that was true or not. I don't know if she was just saying that to get me to take her back or what. I don't know.
This statement adds more weight to Aline's allegations towards Mike. If Mike did do these things to Aline, then moving out and staying with Sam would be completely logical. On top of his statement, what Sam is about to reveal to detectives will make the allegations much harder to dismiss and place all the suspicion back on Mike.
But I think that's exactly what Sam's trying to do. Like, Sam is deliberately wrapping it around so it goes back on Mike. That is the whole, like, when he walked through the door, that was his entire objective, was to place all the blame on Mike, every single ounce of it. Because, like Conspiracy said, he didn't believe her when she told him that. And that's, you know, and he said supposedly like 10 times. He did. The guy that murdered Matthew Egger, find him, and they had FBI from Houston and even Texas Rangers were up here on the road on horses. U.S. Marshal found him on the back porch of his house smoking a cigarette. So he was in town the whole time and never left. Oh. Squanchy. What are you doing?
Says, please talk to Emmy, see if I can come back home. He me last night. Sam, I love you. I promise I'll quit drinking. Please give me another chance. Then she says, I'm hanging out with her. And this was at 122.
What's it say?
And it says here, I'm hanging out with a friend. I will get a hold of you later. I'm not going to work. I'm not going back to work.
Back at 2, right?
I think 2 or 3.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember.
Okay.
And then you go to work, go back there. They treat me like shit. And then she says, you've seen it. They have. I mean, but I can't say nothing. And then and I said, why are you telling me? Why didn't you tell me this earlier when I was talking to you? You're drunk. You're drunk, ain't you? Be honest. That's why I can't do this no more. Please, do not call me no more, text me no more. I'll be friends with you at work. And that's where she got pissed off. Said, you.
Based on these texts, it really seems like Aline's disappearance was just a way for her to take a break from her traumatic life. If the allegations are true and her ex-boyfriend refused to give her a place to stay, well, then running away for the time being is completely reasonable. Sam's story seems solid so far, but there's one tiny detail that just doesn't quite add up. And this detective has just picked up on it.
But you said you dropped her off in front of Mike's house.
Yeah.
And you watched her walk into the...
All she did was she got out and she walked in front of the truck. And she walked in front of the truck. I went up, turned around, and that's when I left.
Okay, so you didn't see her get into the house, anything like that? So if she had walked away from there, I mean, that's quite a ways away from your apartment complex. I wonder how she would have gotten to you.
God damn, that is a long way away. I love you. I love you too, oh son. He's showing agitation with the whole story every time that he refers to it in subtle ways. He was absolutely angry about whatever happened. He was infuriated about whatever happened. And I think that's why he knew that it was he thought that it was a perfect plan to be able to like take her life and then to spin it and put it on Mike, because these are two people that he hates dearly now because of it. It was a sad deal because her mama was already a drug addict, and when she died, her mama got worse. And they even arrested her mama when she saw Matthew at a store and tried to beat his ass. Oh. They arrested his mama a couple years ago for harboring a fugitive. Jesus. Tell me you love me. I don't have enough points. Marcus, I love you. Hell no. Uber? Maybe. Ace? I love you. I love him first. Fuck off. My main, or whatever I'm aware, you out house. There were rumors that his grandparents were paying off the cops to help hide him because they owned a sawmill and were the richest people in town. Damn it, boy. And the "I can't do this no more" text is a common control tactic people use in relationships whenever the other person is doing something intolerable to them, like a bluff to make them stop. I agree.
I told you some friend was supposed to come and pick her up.
Sam claims the day of Eileen's disappearance, he drove her from her workplace at Sugar's Diner over to Mike's house to get her belongings. After that, he drove off, assuming she was to be picked up by one of her friends. Fortunately, police can easily cross-reference these claims using surveillance footage. At this point, the majority of the CCTV camera footage has been obtained from the day of Eileen's disappearance, so detectives quickly wrapped up Sam's interview so that they could further investigate his claims. Additionally, the detective would apologize for assuming Sam's earlier word choice was suspicious. After nearly 48 hours of compiling the surveillance footage from around the town, officers managed to put together a complete timeline of Sam and Eileen's car ride. At 8:30 a.m. on February 13th, Eileen would patiently wait at her work, Sugar's, for Sam to pick her up. Eileen needed a ride to go and purchase a new apartment since Mike had kicked her out. She would tell her boss and daughter that a friend was picking her up because she didn't want anyone to know her and Sam were back together. Eileen and Sam would first drive to her mother's apartment, Dudley Courts. She would be seen carrying a suitcase-like object out from her mother's apartment, then leaving with it. This would turn out to be a safe containing $1,200, which she had planned to use as a down payment for an apartment. At 9:30 a.m., they would drive directly to the Sherwood apartment complex to purchase the apartment. However, the complex happened to be closed, so they were unable to purchase anything. This is where the timeline starts to deter from Sam's claims in the interrogation room. From 9:45 to 10:30 a.m., Sam's car can be seen driving all across town. He went in multiple circles and even made a quick stop to Burger King at 10:30. However, he never drove Eileen to Mike's house like he had claimed. In fact, Sam's car can be seen driving in the opposite direction to Mike's house the entire morning. This is concerning, but it would only get worse.
Tom Ogle drove 200 miles on only 2 gallons of gasoline. Royal.
So she wasn't in the car whenever he pulled up there. Like when he whipped up over there to the whatever fast food establishment that he pulled up to, she wasn't even in the car. So shit, dude. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm like a big yapper when it comes to these things, man. I'm just really like locked into this video for some reason, trying to figure out what Sam did. Oh, he definitely drove off with her and killed her and dumped her. Oh, I'm 100%.
For the next 2 hours, Sam's truck goes off the grid. It's completely unknown where he went, and no CCTV cameras had managed to capture his location. Luckily, at 1 p.m., his truck would appear back on the same streets he circled on for hours that morning, and eventually, he would make his way back to his own home at the Cottonwood apartment complex. But things were different in all the recordings past 1 p.m. Eileen was no longer with Sam. Cameras had clearly captured that Sam was nowhere near Mike's house the entire day, so why would he feel the need to lie about where he dropped Eileen off? This footage paints Sam out to look awfully suspicious. And while both Sam and Mike have some strong dirt to their name, Sam's clear lies convince officers to bring him back to the station the very next day, this time to confront him on his false alibis.
So my personal opinion, what they was doing all day long whenever they was riding around and just riding around in circles and whatnot, he was probably screaming at her and getting more and more angry as it progressed throughout the day, ultimately leading to him violently attacking her and committing a crime that was irreversible.
Unbeknownst to detectives, this very interview would spark a months-long game of cat and mouse involving a high-speed pursuit, unsettling clues, and a chilling discovery. But before we get to that, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Bring between the making it seamless sanity interrogation room. Said, let's get back to Sam Brammer, who had just been brought back to the interrogation room to explain the inconsistencies in his alibi.
The other day when we were in here, you told me that you got a phone call from her and you went to pick her up from work. So if you could do me a favor and just kind of go through that timeline again. We know that it was somewhere right around at 8:30. So if you can just kind of go through that timeline again as far as...
I'm not too sure on the time.
Okay.
But anyway, she texted me that morning, and I didn't text her back. I called her, and she wanted to know if I would come and get her, because some girl was supposed to pick her up, and she ran out of gas.
I feel like that's already an inconsistency. Didn't he mention Mike earlier as the person that was supposed to pick him up, or am I wrong? Because he just said her friend was supposed to come get her and ran out of gas. I thought he may have been referring to some other girl, but I thought he was talking about Mike who I thought he was talking about originally.
So I went and picked her up, and she got in the truck. I left, and she wanted to talk to me about helping her get in the apartment, because she lived in the same apartment building I did, but she didn't pay her rent, so she got kicked out. So, but she didn't want to go home right away. So me and her just went right down Broadway, and then she wanted to stop at her mom's house. I stopped at her mom's house, and she was in there for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes. She come out of there, got back in, and then we was going back down Broadway, just talking some more. And she promised me, she wanted me to drop her back off at his house. But she made me to promise I wouldn't do nothing to him, and I told her I promise. As a matter of fact, when we get there, we just get out.
This story is already very, very inconsistent to the first one. I mean, there was no detail like this whatsoever. When they asked him what happened, he basically said, the first time he basically said, well, I picked her up from work, took her to Mike's house, dropped her out. That's the last time I've ever seen her. He never mentioned going to her mama's house. He never mentioned her not wanting to go home right away. He never mentioned driving around and talking or promises of not hurting nobody. He never mentioned any of that shit. Like, this is all like right off the bat, immediately. He said her friend with air quotes, implying he didn't believe whatever she told him, but I don't believe they used Mike's name. No, I don't. He didn't use Mike's name the first time. I thought he was referring to Mike the first time, because he never, the first time he stated it, he never said whether it was a male or female. He just said her friend and used air quotes. I'm sorry, but you got some hillbilly flirting going on in here. It happens quite often. I'm surprised Bradley's not a part of it, if I'm being honest with you.
You walk in front of the truck, I'll go turn around and I'll leave. And she says, okay.
Okay, so you went up there, you dropped her off, then what'd you do?
And as soon as I pulled up, and she didn't want me to go in the driveway in case he was there.
Okay.
And she got out of the truck. When she got out of the truck, she walked in front of the truck, and that's when I went straight, turned around, and came back.
Okay.
And I hit straight home.
So you went back down to the highway, went back down to Kingsville?
You left her there?
Huh?
You left her there?
Yeah.
Or you...
No, she got out of the truck. She didn't want me to come in.
Just a second ago, you said she went in, grabbed clothes, came back out to your truck, and you guys left again.
No. That was at her mom's house.
Clearly, Sam is lying about where he was the day of Eileen's disappearance. The detectives know it, and it seems like Sam is starting to realize he won't be able to keep up his fake story for much longer. Even after being told that cameras show him nowhere near Mike's house the entire day, Sam insists on his story that he did in fact drop Eileen off at Mike's house. With this, the detectives would take a brief break from the room to watch the footage over again, just to triple check that Sam is 100% lying. And to nobody's surprise, the footage showed Sam on the opposite side of town during the time he claims to have been at Mike's. So when the detectives return to the interview room, they'll use this information to try and get Sam to own up to his lies.
About to bust him out, Ocean.
We got a small little snap over here we need to talk to you about, okay? So you said after you dropped her off, out there off of Highway 191 at that residence, you headed back to your apartment. We checked some of our cameras, okay, and we have a camera at 36th and Broadway. And we have your truck going westbound at 9:28 a.m. going to Omaha. okay, when you pass 36th and Broadway heading west. So you didn't go home, you went over to Omaha, it looks like. Do you remember what you did or who you saw?
I don't remember going to Omaha.
Where'd you go?
I told you I went straight home. I don't remember going to Omaha.
Well, the camera doesn't lie. It's your truck and it's your license plate number.
Right.
Okay. At 36th and Broadway at 9:28 a.m. Going west toward 480. And then 1 hour later, you're coming back from Omaha and you're going eastbound coming back into Council Bluffs. 1 hour later.
No, we're going to Omaha.
Where'd you go?
I went straight home.
Sam is stuck at this point. No matter what information detectives reveal, he will not admit to anything. At this point in the interview, all Sam has left is to simply reject everything the detectives tell him. They know Sam isn't telling the truth, but why he's not telling the truth is what remains to be seen. However, with Sam seemingly uncooperative, all detectives can do is end the interview and let Sam back onto the streets, until more concrete evidence can prove he had more to do with Aline's disappearance than he claims. But fortunately, letting Sam back onto the streets would lead them to the exact evidence that they were looking for. Wow.
Dude, this is just a random question, okay? I'm glad that he didn't do this. The man needs to be locked up. But when someone like this knows they've been caught, and they know for a fact that they're a murderer, and they know for a fact that there's no getting around it because cameras don't lie. He knows that for a fact. Why not run? I mean, I'm sure that they have police like watching him, but like, why not just get in your vehicle and just leave? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? His whole life's already over with anyways. The moment that they charge him with it, the moment that they arrest him with it, the moment that they have enough evidence to charge him with it when it goes to court, he will be charged with murder and more than likely receive life in prison. Why not just leave and just see what happens from that point? In no way am I advocating for this in any way. I'm just confused as to why people just stay around. I don't understand. It's just very confusing.
Law enforcement was working away at this case. Another investigative group would be working in the dark. Aline's family. Everyone held hope that Aline was still alive, but with time passing, her family was demanding answers. Sam and Aline had a long history of arguments, physical assault, and much more that the family was well aware of. They knew Sam had more information about Aline's whereabouts than he had told them. So, to figure this out for themselves, Aline's son, Jack, would show up to Sam's door that same night, and he would pound on the door, and upon opening, Jack would ask the simple question, "What the hell did you do to my mom?" In Jack's words, Sam stared at him as if he had seen a ghost and then shut the door in his face. Sam panicked. Whatever he did to Aline, people were starting to catch on. Later that night, Sam would talk to his granddaughter, Emily, and would...
Yeah, Alan went to bed, dude. He said he had to go to bed for the night. Ale Sam. Match the bullet, y'all. I don't think they found her body yet. Called it.
would claim that he was going to harm himself so that he could go visit her deceased grandmother. This shocked Emily, as in her eyes, Aline was still alive. Quickly, she would call 911 to report everything Sam had just told her, and shortly thereafter, police would locate a drunken Sam at his local bar.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good.
Is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Hey, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons or anything on you?
No.
Hey, we were called to check your welfare. Okay, I think you talked to your granddaughter earlier, and she was concerned about you, some of the statements that you made to her. I'm here for you, man. Tell me what's going on. Why are you feeling the way you're feeling?
My girlfriend, it was like a week ago, me and her broke up. She moved in with a guy, and apparently he raped her.
What's his name?
The only thing I know, he goes by Mike. Me and her broke up. She didn't have a place to go. She moved in with him, She told me Friday that he tried to mess with her. So I called my son and see if she can move back in because he kicked us out. So I called my son to see if she can move back in with her. And then I went to his house, got her stuff, took her to my son's. And then the next morning we went to work and then she went right back to him. So I don't know.
So what comments did you make to your granddaughter that would be concerning this evening?
I just told her I'm going to go out and have a couple of drinks and I love her. That's it.
Okay, did you mention something about seeing Grandma tonight?
What's that?
Did you mention something about seeing Grandma tonight?
No.
I would like for you to talk to somebody tonight. I would like for you to talk to a medical professional. Okay, I don't want to have to drag you up to the hospital, but I most certainly will. I think based off of what the granddaughter has told us tonight and kind of the...
Oh, she call you?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
She was crying when we went and talked to her. I mean, she's...
Oh, really?
Yes. She was very emotional.
Her best friend and aunt are currently at the apartment because of what you said.
Wow.
Based off of what they've told me tonight, I'm going to give you one of two options. You can go up willingly and talk to a medical professional tonight.
Okay.
Or I can take you up there and you'll stay there for 72 hours. Okay?
I can't have my granddaughter come get me?
No. Based off of what you've told us and what's going on in your life right now,
Yeah.
you need to talk to somebody. I don't think that we would be doing our due diligence to do our job to make sure that you're not going to hurt yourself based off of what's going on with you and your girlfriend.
Right.
Okay? You need to talk to somebody tonight. Okay? And so...
Motherfucker done fucked around and fudged up, oh son.
The best course of action is to go up to the hospital, your choice, to go to talk to somebody about it tonight.
Sam's mental state was clearly deteriorating. Whatever happened to Aline, regardless of his involvement, was really getting to him. Following this, Sam would be placed in a psychiatric facility for the next 2 days, where he would undergo therapy and psychiatric care. During these 2 days, detectives would aim to gather more intel on the case, this time by interviewing the family of Aline and Sam. They'd bring in both Justin Brammer, Sam's son, and Nicole Shipper, Aline's daughter, and both of them would reveal significant details crucial to solving the case.
This is Detective Zach Milner. I just want to get as much history as you can tell me or talk to me about when it comes to your mom. What was their relationship like over there?
Not a healthy one.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
He didn't like her drinking. He thought he could change her get her to stop drinking. I told him that he can't because she won't change for her kids. She's not going to change for a man. And he seemed to think that he could change her, so he kept trying with her, but there was things on his part and her part that were not healthy. They both had jealousy issues. He has a very short temper.
Drinking, jealousy issues, and anger issues do not mix well whenever you're a psycho that finds out that your ex-old lady is somewhere else having sex with another man. That's like a recipe for disaster.
Very short temper. And littlest things will set him off, and it's like ridiculous. When they were good, they were good. But when it was not, I was constantly in the middle of it because she's my mom and that's my boyfriend's dad.
Hey, did you know you might get a big cash payout if you were in a car accident up to 1 year ago? Even if you weren't driving. Just click the link around this video to see how much you can get.
They were good when they weren't drinking, especially when she wasn't drinking. She'd bicker, she'd argue, they start arguing, they just escalate. Next day they were fine. They go to bed angry.
Did you ever see it get physical?
No, never seen it physical. He told me she grabbed him by her neck a couple times, but that was about it.
Okay. Why would he grab her by the neck?
No, she grabbed him by the neck.
Oh, okay.
It seemed like Sam and Aline had a rocky relationship, but it rarely escalated to the point of violence. And if the fights did turn violent, it was Aline doing the physical harm to Sam.
The week prior to last Monday, what was going on?
They're separated. She called me.
God damn, that is quite a bit of food, dude. You got this, oh son. You better eat that shit. I'm gonna have a eating challenge stream one day because I could put away some food, dude. I'm gonna see how many fucking ham and cheese loaf sandwiches I can consume on stream.
Before she went missing, and telling me how she don't want to get back with him because she's tired of him throwing her out for little reasons, and she's sick of not being able to have a stable home because he just gets so mad at the smallest things and just kicks her out.
Did Emily want her to go, or was it your dad that wanted him to go? Was it Sam?
My dad.
Okay.
He'd take her back, he'd kick her back out, he'd bring her back, kick her back out. So you need to stop. I mean, you guys need to just separate. So separate ways.
Sam's family strongly suggests that Aline was in fact the troubled one in the relationship, and Sam tried over and over to cut her out of his life. This only perplexed detectives, and simply doesn't explain why Sam's been acting so strangely following Aline's disappearance. 2 days after these interviews, Sam would be released from the psychiatric facility. Fortunately for Sam, no new leads had come out regarding Aline's death, meaning he could finally have some peace for the first time in the last week. Or so it would seem. Because on February 21st, the same day Sam was released, he would go to Walmart to restock on alcohol. However, right as Sam was about to get in his truck and leave, an off-duty officer spotted him and decided to ask some questions related to Aline. Hesitantly, Sam asked to move his truck, and then he would talk to the officer. But the moment he got into his car, Sam would slam on the pedal, nearly hitting the officer, and floor his truck down the road, flying past pedestrians. The cop would jump in his car and begin chasing Sam, who would only pick up speed as he ramped up to over 100 miles per hour down the peaceful roads of Rexburg, Idaho.
Turning westbound on Steve. He's now eastbound on A.
The chase continued for multiple minutes, but it became clear to officers that Sam had no plans of slowing down. So the chief officer radioed in to call the chase off.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Sam had just successfully run from the police, and while he was having the time of his life, this chase obviously made things much, much worse for Sam. Not only was he now highly suspected of murder, but is also wanted for evading arrest and reckless driving. A couple hours after his escape, he would simply return back to his apartment as if nothing had ever happened. Ironically, this would actually postpone Sam's arrest, as more officers assumed he would be hiding in a more clever place, and searched around the town instead of checking the Cottonwood apartments. In fact, the entire day would go by, and officers had no trace of where Sam could have gone. But the fun would only last for a day, and the pressure must have gotten to Sam, as the next morning he would turn himself in to police. Sam would be charged with eluding and reckless driving and would be placed in the Potawatomi County Jail. However, Sam would only spend one night in the county jail after being bailed out by Emily. So by the grace of a miracle, yet again, Sam Brammer was back on the streets. During this time, Sam would go to the bank and hand them a large stack of cash to deposit into his account. This wad of cash would come out to be approximately $1,200, the exact amount found in Aline's safe that she had the day of her disappearance. Additionally, Sam would drive his truck over to the scrapyard. He would ask to fully dispose of it, crushing it to pieces, and even shredding it after. To make sure this got done, Sam would meticulously watch the entire hour-long process, ensuring his car was turned to dust. It couldn't be more obvious that Sam had something to do with Eileen's disappearance. The lies to detectives, the disturbing comments to Emily, running from the cops, cashing in Eileen's safe money, and now shredding the only potential piece of evidence he had left. On top of all of that, detectives had looked into the claims involving Mike Brockman and discovered that Mike was at work all day at Omaha, Nebraska, nowhere near Sugar's Diner where Eileen was last seen. All of that leaves Ivan Sam Bremer as the final
goddamn, this is interesting spot.
Suspect. But with no direct evidence, all law enforcement could do is wait until new clues came their way.
911, what's the address for your emergency? I don't really have an address. We're off the exit of Crete, Iowa, over by a public shooting area.
What's going on?
So we were driving down the road to go shooting or whatever, and there is a dead body on the side of the road.
Male or female?
It's female for sure.
On February 26th, Eileen's body was found underneath a bridge just miles away from Sam's apartment. The body was unrecognizable, but the clothes matched the exact outfit Eileen was wearing the day she had disappeared. Someone had killed her. Medics would pronounce Eileen dead on the scene, and she would be taken to the hospital to get an autopsy done to determine her cause of death. But her results would come back strange. Eileen had 8 blunt force impacts to her head and a fractured front tooth. Well, gruesome. None of these injuries were sufficient to cause her to die, so her cause of death would be ruled as undetermined. Unfortunately for police, this meant they wouldn't be able to immediately charge Sam with murder. However, with all the sufficient evidence they'd gathered throughout the course of the investigation, they had enough to charge him with abuse of a corpse. Quickly, they'd receive an arrest warrant, and for the 4th time that month, officers would arrive at Sam's apartment, this time to finally seal his fate.
Hello, morning. We're looking for your grandfather. Is he here? Okay, just 1 second. Just go. Sam, right? He goes by Sam. Okay. Is there anybody else in there?
No, just him. He's sleeping.
Okay. Has he got any guns or anything like that? Okay. Well, he's got a warrant, so we need to talk to him. Just let that officer in. I'll be right there.
Ivan! Step out here. Show us your hand. No.
No.
Hey.
Okay. Come here. You got a warrant for your arrest. I'll let you smoke that if you just. No. Oh, you can smoke it. All right. Yeah, we'll get him. Yeah. We'll get him. I'll put some. Huh?
What am I on arrest for?
I'll explain it here in a minute. All right.
Step second. Use of a corpse.
What the fuck?
Okay, he'll be Pot County. He'll be able to call you in a little bit. Thank you.
Sam's games had finally come to an end. Sam would eventually go to court for the murder of Eileen Gowan. Forensic pathologists would spend weeks investigating Eileen's death, and eventually they would discover zipper marks on the neck of Eileen, signifying that she was strangled to death, likely by Bremer.
People keep asking, how do we actually get an AI agent on our team? Well, it's easy. Watch how I do it in 60 seconds on Monday. First, tell Monday what you need. We're creating an agent and naming him Tony.
What the fuck's going on?
Now let's give him context. I'm giving Tony access.
Recently, I was working.
The fuck happened, dude? Why did it cut my video off? That was it? That was the fucking end? Oh, that makes me mad, dude. Oh, that makes me mad. Oh my God, that infuriates me. God, that infuriates me. Yeah, Joshua's ability to use the emojis in his conversations are fucking hilarious. Yeah, it would have definitely done it more justice. The Explore with Us, I love that channel. We actually watched a bunch of those videos yesterday whenever I did the long stream. Unfortunately, I do have to end the stream. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but my wife walked in here whenever I was, what's your guess on your son's weight? I would probably say like 5-6 pounds. Probably about 6-7 pounds, actually. 6 or 7 pounds, more than likely. I'm pretty sure that's actually what the doctor estimated him at. Anyway, I don't know if y'all noticed or not. My old lady come in here. We gotta pack bags and all that stuff and get ready because we got to be at the hospital at like 5:45 a.m. or 6 a.m. something like that. It's pretty early in the damn morning. Like I said, I won't stream tomorrow. Obviously, my son's gonna be born. But Friday, I'm gonna do like an IRL stream from my phone because I'll still be at the hospital, and I'll talk to you guys then and kind of give everybody an update and let everybody know like what was going on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and end it because I'm gonna go help her pack the bags, cook dinner and stuff. I love y'all. I love you too, Squanchy. Good luck, and we'll be praying for you, brother. Congratulations in advance, Bubba. I love you, man. I love you too, brother. I'll see you later, Austin. I love you, Austin. And I love Miss Hargrove. I hope everything goes swimmingly. Me too, dude. Good luck, O'Shun. Prayers, brother. I appreciate it, y'all. I love y'all. I will talk to y'all Friday. Don't pawn anything that don't belong to you. Don't microwave metal. And sign up on food stamps while you still can, boys.